Hi there, this is Karen from Soul Shimmer Designs, and in today's TeckWrap tutorial I'm making this Halloween home decor piece, and I've used the TeckWrap glow-in-the-dark vinyls for this project. And as you can see, it definitely glows in the dark. These glow-in-the-dark vinyls are incredible with the glow that you get. So let's get going, and my TeckWrap tools that I'm using are my squidgy, my weeding pen, the purple grid transfer tape, and the strong tack cutting mat. And the four colours that I've chosen are in the glow in the dark range, and I got these from the starter pack, which comes in a pack of 10, and I just decided that these were the colours that I liked. And these are the designs that I'm using. Set those up in Silhouette Studio, and then for the base of the decor piece you need 4 frames, and as I don't have the luxury of living in the US, I'm in Switzerland, so we don't have places like Michael's or Hobby Lobby to go to just to go grab some cheap frames, so I had to make these ones myself. But what you need is 4 frames, as you can see here. And obviously square ones fit nicely together, so I'm just sticking those vertical 2 parts together, and doing the second lot with a special wood glue. And once those have dried, the next part is to do the vertical, sticking them together vertically. And I'm sure you can find some nice square frames that will make this project really a lot easier to do than angled frames or round edge frames. So there is my 4 windows. As I think they turned out like windows. And the next thing I take is some transparent paper or vellum and just cut that to size to my 4 windows. I think my sizes were 16 by 16, so it was easy to cut the transparent paper or the vellum to that size. Just checking that they're all okay, and now I have my 4 sheets of vellum that go into each window. Then the next thing to do is to weed the decals, and they're nice and big, so they're nice and easy to weed. And this glow in the dark vinyl, like all TeckWrap vinyls, is super easy to work with. I just use my pictures there that I printed out, just because it's a little bit hard to see sometimes where the cutting pieces start and finish. So I used my pictures as a guide there. Use my tweezers a little bit. But the ghost image is nice and big. The haunted house took a lot longer as it had a lot of windows in it. But I got there in the end, and my sharp weeding pen was perfect. This glow-in-the-dark vinyl, I somehow thought it would be thicker to use and quite a lot more difficult to use, but it's actually the same as with all TeckWrap vinyls, super easy to use, and cuts at the same setting as like your matte and your gloss vinyl, so there's no problems at all with the settings on your machines. Now I'm up to the big pumpkin. Just removing the eyes. As I say, these are nice big decals, so they're easy to work with. There were a couple of smaller pieces there, but they came off with no issues with the weeding pen. And now it's time to add each decal to the vellum paper. And I missed filming the pumpkin one from the start, but here you see with the haunted house I've used my purple grid transfer tape, using my squidgy there and it doesn't need a lot of burnishing because, as I say, these are quite big decals, so they came off super easy, especially with the transfer tape, the purple grid. It fit really well. And the purple grid transfer tape came in the package of the glow-in-the-dark vinyls that I had received. So they always put in the right type of transfer tape for each type of vinyl, which is super handy. So thank you, TeckWrap. Makes life a lot easier when you don't have to, if you don't have that certain type of transfer tape in bulk. At least you've got some you can use there for your projects. So now the witch is on her way there onto the vellum, and as you can see, the vellum or the transparent paper is a lot like baking paper or parchment paper. That doesn't stick. I was a little bit worried at the beginning that maybe the transfer tape, because it is a little bit tackier than normal, might stick, but it's absolutely fine. It comes off no problems at all. And now we're up to the last one, the ghost. Adding that onto the vellum. Using my squidgy to burnish that down and just removing my transfer tape. So there we have all the 4 images that we're going to pop into our wood windows, and I'm just gluing here each decal into their own separate windows. So this is an easy process. I used the same glue, like a wood glue, and that worked really well. Just have to maybe sometimes go around the edges, and depends where you end up putting your decal, you might need to trim off some sides. But this is an easy process with the gluing onto the wood frame. And we're 2 down. And what I like about these colours of the glow in the dark is that during the day they have the gorgeous hues of each colour that I've used there, and then obviously the glow in the dark gives it that extra special effect. And these are perfect for Halloween decorations. So if you need something special for a Halloween decor, then this is definitely what I would recommend for you. Just needed to trim off a little bit on this one. But there we are, we're done. And you can see it looks really cool in the frames there. And then I just decided at the end to add on a Happy Halloween for a little bit extra. Depending on the size of your frames, my frames were quite thin, so you could add a whole load of other features on there in the glow in the dark vinyl, like some bats or something small, whatever you wanted to. But as I say, my wooden frames were a little bit too thin for that, but you could go crazy and add on what you wanted to. So just removing the backing sheet from the transfer tape. For the Happy Halloween sign, cleaning up my desk a little bit and just popping that on. I didn't need to sand the wood or anything. This is what I love about working with TeckWrap vinyl onto wood. It applies perfectly, and I don't think I've had any issues at all with the type of wood that I use, and I use quite a lot of wood projects, different types of wood, and there has not been one issue with my TeckWrap vinyl coming off. Once it's stuck, it's definitely stuck. So there we have our final project, and I love the colours that you get from the daytime vinyl, and then of course with the glow in the dark it just looks incredible. The glow that you get is just fantastic. So that's the end of today's tutorial. Thank you so much for watching, and if you have any questions, please let me know, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel as well. Thanks so much. Bye bye.